So friends, as today's topic is that I have to share with you my thoughts on role of communication in image building. First of all, I would, if you permit me, I would like to break this theme into three parts. See, communication is very important, as we all know. So I will first talk about communication. As we all know, according to me, you will also agree that good communication is just like as stimulating as black coffee and just as hard to sleep after. If in our day to day life we have not adopted any new idea, new thought, any change, so I think we must pinch ourselves and see, are we alive? So we need to totally keep on adopting and adapting and evolving in everyday life. So this is all about communication, and it is the real work of leadership. Here I'll just share one anecdote with all my friends present here. Please allow me to share this. There was a manager who was on tour, and he went on tour for few days, and he gets a phone call that his cat has died. Cat was very, very dear to him, so he was really in shock. And you know what he did? He really fired his PS that this is not the way to share the information. You should have prepared me for this information that the cat is on the roof, the cat has fell, the cat is in the hospital, and cat has died. So next time the person is on the tour, he gets a phone call, sir, your mother is on the roof. So friends, by sharing this, I mean to say that it is not the change which we want to bring in. We need to bring in the mindset change, the attitude change to get into our life in anything we do. I can understand this group is having diverse people from various fields. And I would also like to add here that communication is integral part of each one of us. When we start in the morning until late night, we are interacting with so many people. We are doing so much. We are communicating to ourselves also. That is our thought. We are always, talking with our thought process, and even at the work point we are interacting with so many people throughout the day. So this is all communication. So it is basically communication is the key for maintaining strong working relationships, as open lines of communication build trust with whomsoever we are working. We have to work on trust, so communication is the lifeline of that trust. And friends, I would also like to bring to you in this regard that it is a digital technology era, and especially during COVID times, we are all on the digital platforms more than meeting each other. So there is a paradigm shift in the way organizations are operating, the way we are operating, the way we are communicating with each other. So all the more communication skills have taken a front seat, especially during the pandemic. And it is really vital how it strengthens your relationships for promoting collaborations and adaptability and strengthening relationships at all levels, So this is all about communication. See, I will also share another small anecdote. There was this friend of mine, a journalist who was caught in the jungles of Africa, and he was caught by cannibals, and they were preparing to put him on fire and eat him too. You all know cannibals eat human flesh. they put it on fire and eat it like that. So that person was really scared, and he said, he just thought that maybe he will be saved. He said, friends, I just want to ask you one question. Are you not educated? That, that president of the cannibals, he said, yes, we are educated. We have brushed with an education. We know about education. We are all educated. He said, how come in this, if you are educated, you are eating human flesh? So he said, yes, previously we used to eat with hands. Now we use forks and knives. So friends, this is not what we need to update. We need to update ourselves in skills, in our communication parameters, in how we get to people, to know them and to get the work out of them. That is very important. See, every day we need to interact with people at different levels. So now, after talking about communication, a little bit about it, we all know we are into communication, all of us. We all are doing it day in and day out. So then next is image. What do we perceive by image? Image, according to me, is a perception that people carry towards an individual, a service, an organization, a brand, anything you talk about, it may be a product, maybe your service, maybe your organization. Is requiring is the perception which the other person has about you. So, friends, you will agree with me. Sometime what happens is, you definitely want your prospects to remember who you are. You want your friend to know who you are, but most importantly, here I would stress, most importantly, you need them to understand what you can do for them. That is more important. What you can do for them. It is more important to remember than to remember that who you are. It is not what you believe in, but the feelings and belief that exist in the minds of your publics. Whether we are organization, whether we are individual, whatever relationships we have in life. So it is very important to understand their feelings and beliefs. And friends, I must say the favorable image can take us distance, but yes, it takes time to reach that stage. So this was my perception about what image is and what we think about it. So from here, so we have one image in the mind of our publics, our relationships. So what is the image building exercise we would like to take? So each individual here in one way or the other is interacting with people. So I would like to just share with you few points, just crisp points about the image building exercise. So image building exercise, I would just share 3 points. First, we need to evaluate. We need to evaluate where we are, what we are, what we can do. We need to evaluate ourselves. We need to know what we are. That is very important. Then the second is to understand the perception of me. Me means what I have belief about myself, my brand, my service, my organization. So now we need to understand what is the perception of that by our public specific. And then we decide the image to be built. See, once we evaluate, once we know what our public thinks about us, then the third important point is to decide what image you want to build. What image you want to build, or need any alteration and activities involved to do so. You need to change your pattern so that whatever people are perceiving, they should also believe in what you are believing about yourself. So this is about the building image exercise. So now I will come to desired image. What do you know about desired image? What do you think about desired image? What is the desired image about your organization, about yourself, about your service, about your brand, whatever you are representing, and what is the desired image? What does it mean? We all need to know where we stand and what I want from my image. That is very important to understand. So here I would like to see that I know that I stand here, and here is the belief that people perceive the image of that brand. So now they may be same, there may be some gap, they may not be in the same line of your thought process. So we need to understand ये image कितनी फर्क है उस image से जो हमारे दिमाग में है. What do they think about it? So now here the expectations and the present image need to be, that gap has to be filled. What image at present and what are the expectations we need to fill. So now based on the analysis of the existing and the desired image, an action plan has to be drawn. Action plan needs to be drawn. We have to adopt appropriate strategy. We need to choose appropriate message. We need to select appropriate media. We need to disseminate information correctly. Then we need to keep analyzing the responses. So this is all about the organization, how it has to go, and the circle keeps on moving. You keep on adding new people, you keep on make them understand your mission statement, your identity tools, connect them to the training part, and promote the idea to the outside world by adopting a strategy. So this is all about, this will all help in promoting your image. This is all communication in various forms to the outside world. The end result will be the image building.
Player is ours, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
So now, thank you. For coming back to the slideshow, I would request Anoopji to kindly share the slides, please. We run through it so that you all come to know what is actually has happened in the last week. This is, I was discussing with you, birthday celebration of Dr. Vijay Vora in a very special way at a project, Sahyog, where his colleagues and friends, they were there to celebrate along with our AG, Salil Bali and Vinod Nagpal. Next, please. 31st, we had celebration of anniversary, come birthdays, come new member pinning of Rotarian Suresh Dhawan, PHF pinning for Rotarian Chandra Prakash ji, who bagged a sapphire multiple pin, as well as recognition of Subhash ji Malik, the father of our Dr. Rita Malik, for PHF. Again, distribution of prizes to quiz winners. Rotarian Sanjay Bhatia, Dr. Rita Kalra, Suchi Thakur and Vinod Javaji was done at the same place, Danbro, and we had 22 people participating in the event. Excellent event we had in that day. Great. Thank you very much, all participants. Next, please. This is again the same photograph. We are giving this new member kit, as well as we are honoring Dr. Vijay Vora with the certificate he's got, with the platinum trophy he's got from the DG. It was given to him there at that spot, and the pinning of the people. This is again the same gifts are distributed to the people who were present, for the quiz, who were the winner. This is the Halla Bowl news matter being covered in the papers. It's just before you. It was very well covered as well as very well attended by the people there. And we spoke on energy saving, environment, water saving, and children moral values also. Plus, the stress was more on please get vaccinated, please bring out the people so that they get vaccination on the as early as possible before anything else strike them. And we were joined by Chandigarh Main, and now this week we are joining by Chandigarh Uptown. This is a program fixed for 4 weeks in collaboration with our Rotractors now from Samaritan Club, where we had Pradeep ji, Sisodia, Babaji, Rita Doctor, and presence of Jaspal ji, the president of Chandigarh Main. Installations of Samaritan Rotractors on Sunday, where DRCC Mohit Singla ji was present, Pradeep ji was present, Babaji, Renuka Chopra, Jitan, and Verde Reader, Dr. Vijay Svora. Here, unveiling of Udan, the monthly bulletin of Rotractors and Interactors was carried from the hands of most experienced and the lovable editor, Honorable Dr. Vijay Svora and Renuka Chopra. Great, it was a very great event and it was very well attended. And the children there, they gave us our own pictures printed by in a digital mode. So it was an excellent show done by the children there. Thank you, Rotractors. It was your enthusiasm, I can see that, and same will project in the projects also. Next was Interact Club installation of Sector 15. So next slide, please. Sector 15, in presence of AG Salil ji, Pradeep ji, Nandita ji, Sisodia, and Jitan ji, Baba ji, with tree plantation. These people have promised us for a very active year after the motivation done by Nandita ji. Next. This is the same photograph. This is a unique rebirth project of our club, Home Care Nursing at Nari Niketan. Efforts of Rotarian Anupam Jain, Director, Vocation, and Dr. Rita for the inmates of Nari Niketan was great. There were about 15 participants present, 5 are more assured, and we are having the same trainer which we are doing in Asha Kiran. She joined us here. So for all time guide, our vocational service, Pastor Raj Luthar ji were also present, AJ Salil came, Anupam ji was there, Baba ji was there, Dr. Rita and Pradeep ji. We had a very, very nice program started. And I think this is going to continue for 120 hours. And then we'll give them certificate as well as the kits, desired kits will be distributed to the children. Next, please. Today, we had toys distribution at Jagatpura slum.